Okay, so here is a bit of an update. What is going on right now? A whole lot of things. I did take a very short video and a photo of. I went out to the middle of nowhere to the mountains and I stayed there for 2 days just to decompress before, like, knowing that I had all this stuff that I had to do. So, Monday, yesterday, oh, goody, I had been waiting. I had arrived on Saturday, but I had called my bank on Friday and I had gotten information from my bank that, yes, okay, as it turns out, there is one, one bank that I can use in the entire state of Arizona to access my other bank accounts. There's only one, and as it turns out, I was passing through that area, so I did stop and I stayed. So I did go there yesterday. Now, mind you, I'm super excited because obviously I'm going to pick up all of my money that I was paid for that event, and that's quite a chunk of cash. And I was going to put it in, obviously, put it in blah, blah, blah. Like, this is all extra stuff. Anyways, so I go to the bank. I don't know what happened. I started having issues in 21. I apparently am not allowed to bank anywhere but in the bank that I opened that account in. It's been very odd. I never had any issues like this prior to 21. Never. Never once did I have an issue. And I have gone all over this country. But now, isn't it awesome? Now I can't access my money. So I have to call my bank. I tried giving a hold of them yesterday. I wasn't able to connect with them. So I am going to give them another ring today, get through the system. And I have to wait for them to mail me an ATM card. There's also limits. So I was going in to withdraw all of that money because I have other accounts that are hooked up to that bank account and I just kind of forget about it unless I go and work a job. And then I pull everything out of that account and I put it in my other ones. Oh, like I can't get anything. They have a limit. They have a limit. So when you walk in there, now I could have gone through the process and I did try it, even though I told the woman, because she's like, oh, you have to scan this QR code. And I'm thinking, yeah, this phone doesn't really do that. Okay. So I have done the whole verification thing as far as my bank. It never works. It has not worked since I moved into my car. I can't verify nothing. Mostly because the IRS, they have no idea where I am. No clue whatsoever. And I can assure you, they don't care either. They don't. So, why I always have these issues, I don't know. Anyways, so there's a limit. There's a limit. They said, oh, it has to be under 200. So I go through the whole I can't, it doesn't work as per usual. Verification never works for me. It's never worked for me. Even prior to me moving into my car, all of the verification things, it never worked. Maybe that has to do with the fact that I don't carry around an iPhone. I have no idea. Uh, but I know a lot of the time when I can't get something it's because I don't have an iPhone. I'm never going to have an iPhone. I had one once. I absolutely hated it. It was not worth it. I will never go back to that. That was just terrible. So I can't get my money. I have to wait for my ATM card. Yesterday, I also went and I tried again to map out exactly where because obviously I have to have this RV towed and I have to have it delivered on my property. So I did a lot of digging yesterday and I finally this morning, because I didn't give up Yes. Okay. Finally, after going through the whole entire process, like I went through it months ago, I went through it 2 years ago when I purchased the property, and I've been sitting here trying to get it says that my land is owned by someone else. I have GPS coordinates for a property that I don't own. And then when I was looking at it, because I thought I'm looking at it and I'm reading it and I'm reading my title, my deed, and I'm what the heck? Like this all matches? Like that. And then I realized after I looked at it for the second time and I read all of it, I realized, yes. Oh, one of the numbers is off. So I didn't catch that like the first two times that I looked at. Then I did. So I thought, oh my goodness, I have GPS coordinates for somebody else's property because it shows me who the owner of that property is. And then I was thinking, you know, technically maybe um they just sold a small little clump within their own ginormous section for whatever reason. I did also find out that the zoning that my property is under, that the whole entire reason why I purchased that property, they lied. It's not the correct zoning. So there's nothing I can do about that except for what I already said. They do have an auction that's coming up, and I am going to purchase a larger parcel of land. This is too small. Even if it was the correct zoning, it's too small. I can't do much with it. So I just wanted to get here, get to this area, be able to talk to local people and pay a lower price because I did pay a lot for my land. Technically speaking, the value of my land is incredibly low. So thankfully, taxes are nothing. So that's great. But yeah, so I have to figure that out now. Okay, so I did create a GoFundMe and a Give Send Go, but I did that forever ago. I only had the one donation. Now, why I originally created those two things was to replace a part in my car. I still have not made the money from that thing to replace this part, and now I'm having more issues. And I know now, thankfully, I know exactly what it is, but I know, okay, I have to replace this. So there's that. I am sincerely thinking that once I get through today, I'm also waiting for someone to call me back because technically we're supposed to have a job interview today, but I'm not sure. But I have some things to do, and then I kind of sort of feel like I'm just going to go and drive out to my property and sit there and wait for my mail because y'all, I am stressed. I am stressed. I go to sleep at a reasonable hour. I wake up at a reasonable I am still so exhausted and so stressed that I can't even function. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do that, and obviously I'm just going to film it, and it's just me in the middle of nowhere in the desert enjoying myself and waiting, being patient. Yay.